The narcissist is always afraid of losing you or that you might slip away from them because they view you as a source of their narcissistic supply. This behavior can be observed in various types of relationships, whether it's a friend, a family member, a colleague, or someone in a romantic relationship who exploits narcissism to their advantage, seeking to fulfill their own desires. When you're subjected to narcissistic abuse and attempt to leave the narcissistic relationship, it won't be easy because the narcissist will continue their efforts to reel you back in. This is because a narcissist cannot function without a source of supply, and they cannot execute their manipulative schemes without someone to manipulate and mistreat. It's important to note that my way of speaking is in a general format for ease of conveying information. However, it's crucial to understand that everything discussed regarding narcissism is not specific to any particular gender, whether it be women or men. Narcissistic traits and behaviors can be exhibited by individuals of any gender. Thank you very much for your support. If you find this content helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it. Thank you for helping to share this message with those who may benefit from it. If we assume that you've exited a narcissistic relationship or friendship, for example, you should always expect that the narcissist will constantly pursue you. This is because they never respect the decision of separation that you've made. They will not leave you in peace, but rather continue their relentless attempts to reconcile with you and bring you back into the relationship. This is because a narcissist cannot live without a source of supply and cannot execute their plans without someone to manipulate and mistreat. The first thing you should do is establish strong boundaries for yourself. Narcissists often target vulnerable victims who struggle to set boundaries. When the victim is in such a position, it becomes easy for the narcissist to mistreat or manipulate them. Therefore, after deciding to separate from the narcissist, you must set very strong boundaries for yourself to prevent the narcissist from infiltrating your life and imposing themselves on you again. Make sure to protect yourself thoroughly and take all necessary actions to prevent the narcissist from entering your life or affecting you in any way that could lure you back into the relationship. The second thing you should do is remain resolute in your decision. When you've made the decision to separate, be confident that you truly want to leave the abusive relationship and never waver in your determination. The narcissist will do everything possible to try to bring you back, and they will use various tactics and strategies to deceive you, such as overwhelming displays of love or false apologies. Be aware of these tactics, and do not let them sway your decision. Leaving a narcissistic relationship can be challenging, but it's crucial for your well-being. Stay strong and prioritize your mental and emotional health as you move forward without the narcissist in your life. Be careful never to forget that the narcissist is a master of manipulation and deception. They are highly skilled at manipulating words and arguments, and they have the ability to convince you that they are genuinely sincere in their words. However, if you believe the narcissist's sincerity and they manage to deceive you and bring you back into the relationship, you will begin a new phase of suffering that is extremely difficult. The third thing you must do is firmly reject all attempts at emotional manipulation and the false affection and care they will pretend to show you. The narcissist's goal is to regain your love, attention, and trust through deceitful apologies, but none of it will be genuine. It's very possible that the narcissist may cry during their apology to exploit your sympathy, while their true intention is to trap you and make you accept returning to the relationship. Once you believe the narcissist, they will start repeating the same mistakes they made in the past, and the situation will worsen day by day. Keep in mind that the narcissist will not easily let you go, and they will do everything possible to ensure they continue to get their supply from you. You must be certain that the narcissist, who has mistreated you during the relationship, does not deserve a second thought or a chance to return. The fourth thing you must do is carefully consider the consequences of returning to the relationship. If the narcissist's words and apologies seem convincing, and you think there's a possibility they are sincere, you must think deeply about the consequences of rekindling the relationship. Consider whether you are willing to endure the mistreatment you experienced once again. You must prioritize your own well-being before considering returning to the narcissistic relationship. Think about the things the narcissist will do to you if you go back to them, and they will certainly repeat their actions if given the chance. The fifth and most important thing to do before considering a return to a narcissistic relationship is to confront the narcissist about their true intentions towards you. After all the shocks, pain, and wounds you've endured due to their mistreatment, confront the narcissist and ask them about their real intentions towards you. Make it clear that you can never accept a return after the damage caused by the relationship. Your courage and honesty in taking this step will show the narcissist that you are not a naive person and that you have understood their true nature. Unfortunately, narcissists avoid confrontations of this kind, and they will either change the subject or completely cut ties with you because they excel at lying and distorting the truth. Try to observe the narcissist during this time and notice how they react to the confrontation. You will come to realize that this person is not worth considering a return to. Certainly, the narcissist will avoid answering your question, and you probably know the answer very well by now. When you confront the narcissist about their true intentions, they will perceive it as an attack and as doubt regarding their sincerity and the integrity of their fake intentions. In this situation, they will go on the defensive to protect their intentions and plans that you have uncovered and understood. You will notice that the narcissist avoids making eye contact with you, and you will sense a change in their tone of voice during this confrontation. Pay close attention to these signs because their body language will be completely different. You can also gain insight into what is going on in the narcissist's mind at that moment. The sixth thing you should do when the narcissist asks you to return to the relationship is to point out all the mistakes and wrongdoings they committed against you. Narcissists hate being reminded of their hurtful behaviors and actions because it hurts their inflated ego. They dislike anyone criticizing their words or actions in any way because they always believe they are right and never at fault. When you start listing all the things they did to you and recounting their mistakes and wrongdoings, you are essentially challenging their inflated sense of self, and they will become extremely agitated and angry because you are exposing their immense ego. The seventh thing to do when the narcissist asks you to return to the relationship is that you can forgive them for what happened, but do not return to the relationship. When the narcissist realizes that you have forgiven them while firmly rejecting the idea of getting back together, they lose hope of ever winning you back. They understand that you have reached a complete conviction that the relationship was abusive and cannot continue, even if you forgive them. They know that when you forgive them, it doesn't mean you are willing to return. Instead, it signifies the end of the relationship, and you are starting anew for your own sake. The eighth thing to do is to make the narcissist aware that you have become better off without them. Since narcissists thrive on mistreatment and exploitation, you must live your life to the fullest without their presence. When the narcissist asks you to return, tell them directly that you have improved and that you are better off without them since the end of the relationship. The best revenge you can take on a narcissist is to show them that you are genuinely happy with your life and that you are making progress without them. The ninth thing to do is to choose yourself and not think about the narcissist anymore. After going through a painful phase of mistreatment and suffering with the narcissist, you have the right to choose yourself now. Make yourself your number one priority and do not compromise or play with your mental and emotional health for the sake of a narcissistic person. When you start prioritizing yourself and setting healthy boundaries for your new life, you are not being selfish. Instead, you are establishing rules and limits for your new life and giving yourself the value you deserve, something the narcissist never acknowledged.